Hey everyone, this is Dave. I'm Aaron, and this is Frankly Speaking. I'm back.
Hey.
I know due to the magic of video, it seems like I was only gone for 1 week, but I was actually gone for 3 weeks.
By the way, how was your holidays?
Amazing.
Awesome.
So yeah, I had a great trip up north. Also spent part of my time off at another church doing church camp. Over 100 kids got to hear the gospel through 2 weeks of us doing summer camp. So
Fantastic.
amazing time there. And then I just took a week to actually chill and recharge my batteries. So
definitely need that.
So it's been awesome. But the thing I noticed, Dave, every time I leave, whether it be for credentialing training or if the time I got sick, every time I come back, things like totally change around here.
We're always moving, right?
The biggest difference, of course, is our fence is finally up in the back patio.
Yeah, so exciting. We finally got the fence up. So super exciting. When it first, it was in construction, I was like, oh boy, this is cool. And then all of a sudden, now that it's up and it's taken shape, and the kids are even excited. They see the fence and they're like, oh, it's patio, cool. So it's a big thing. So. And
if you've ever taken a tour of 37 Frank, every time I show people the office, I always call it a donation station.
Yeah.
Because all our donations ended up in our office. But thanks to Hank, who also built our fence, we now have cupboards up in the sanitation room.
Yeah.
And so we might actually have an office soon.
Yeah, exactly. So space is a big thing here. We're always running out of space, and we had such a big space in that. It's funny, you call it the sanitation station, I call it the hygiene room. Other people just call it a washroom. Like, it's really weird. It's like the multiple name room. Anyway, sorry. And then we got this line on some upper cupboards, kitchen cupboards, and we thought, man, wouldn't that be great if we put them in there, all kinds of space. So we did that, and thank you, big shout out to Hank Hahn. He came in, he put those cupboards up, and he did the fence, and that was a lot of work, and it was hot. So big thank you to him, to all that hard work, and it looks amazing. So Hank, you're awesome. Thank you so much, man. So.
And he did a lot with the initial renovations of this place.
Oh, his fingerprints are everywhere in here. He was a major part of a lot of the work here. So in fact, the brick wall right behind me, he was one of the guys that helped out a lot with that. So.
Well, that was my focus. What do you want to focus on this week?
Yeah, that's a good question. I want to, first of all, I'm really excited. We mentioned before, and you met Jackson before if you've been watching the video, so I'm really super excited that he's actually done his fundraising to deputation, we call it, to start actually working as a part of Frank's. And so I'm super excited. He's going to be starting full time, and we're going to have him on as a regular part. And so I'm super excited about that. And my focus is this summer, we had no idea what was going to happen. And we're seeing, man, like 50 kids or like plus and repeat kids coming in all day long. And our numbers are just soaring through the roof, right? Which is amazing. And we're seeing all kinds of kids coming in repeatedly in a day, or even spending a good portion of the day here, which is exactly the thing that we wanted for Frank's, the center, because now we're actually starting to be able to, we've earned trust and connectability and community, and we're actually building that community. And so now we're having conversations, and we're actually starting to help and guide and just listen. Like, some of these kids is amazing, and we're getting comments like, I feel safe here at Frank's, safer than at home. I love Frank's because it's different and I can be me. We have all kinds of kids coming in and just celebrating getting a job. All these amazing little things. And somebody says, a comment was, for me, one of the things, I was a little down one day, and I said, man, it just feels like we're just pushing pizza. Like, are we doing anything here? Is anything really happening? And I've had other people question, you know, like, is it just like a hangout? Are you just providing entertainment? What's going on here? And then a good friend of mine, actually a volunteer here, overheard me kind of voicing this concern, and they sent me a text, and it was an amazing thing because it really summed up what we did here. And I'll paraphrase, but it basically was about, you know, you may think you're not doing anything, but every time we welcome, we hand a piece of pizza, we listen to a conversation, or we hand them a drink, or we acknowledge, hey, you're here, awesome to see you. And we go to that effort to clean the space where they're at, clean the table, hand them food that we've cooked or served, or we're showing them that they matter, that they are worth our time and effort. And man, I never thought of it. All this time, I never thought of it that way, Aaron. Mm-hmm. But for some of these kids, man, like, you think about it, they don't even have that in their life. Somebody's showing them that. And we're able to show them that they're welcome, and we love that they're here, and that we're taking that moment to serve them. And they matter. And then the other part of it was, this volunteer said to me, you know, I've watched you time and time again handle behavior or disrespect, and you handle it very chill and calm, but also at the same time, even though you're disciplining, you're also letting them know that they're wanted here. How many of those kids get that in their life, that an adult actually wants to help them, disciplines them, but at the same time wants them here, wants them back, right? And so that was a big thing for me too. So it was really helpful, amazing text. But that's what we do here. And it really is a great way of summing it all up. So we're not just pushing pizza. And by the way, now that we're handling over like 200 kids a week, like 150, 200 kids now, we're running out of food. Yep. Like, big time. We're out of pizza every night, like every night. It's incredible. It's a great problem to have. So if you see me out there searching for pizza or Aaron, now you know why. But yeah, it's just been a blessing to see these kids come in and take an active part of becoming a community here. So yeah, it's been really cool.
Yeah, and that's what we've been striving for. People say, well, why would you allow like the homeless element with the kids that aren't homeless? I'm like, because we're trying to build community. We're not trying to draw all these different divisions. Like, yeah, this world likes to divide, between race and gender and all that. We're just saying, no, we're all want to be one together. And so that's what we're doing. It's taken a while, and we know it's going to take a while, and by no means are we done.
Well, yeah, and it's like with youth, Aaron, you're right. Like with youth, there's a huge stigma in appearing poor. They don't want to appear poor. They don't want to, so they will literally go without instead of asking for help. But because of the situation we have here, they come in as groups and kids in just a normal cafe. So then in that thing, there are kids that desperately need to eat. But with all their friends, because we don't care, we don't ask questions. If you don't need it or you need it, it doesn't matter. But that kid, without stigma, gets to have food. And good food, right? Remember that one girl that said that, I feel like I've been treated like royalty?
Yeah, we were giving them cookies and giving them pizza, and she's like, wow, she probably never got that kind of treatment.
No, and they don't get pizza. They can't afford takeout food, right?
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to see that without stigma, they can come in. And even the shirts, right? We see kids, maybe they don't need that shirt, but I know that their friends, and maybe 2 or 3 of them come together and they grab a shirt or a sweater. Well, maybe that one kid doesn't need it, but those other 2 do. And without stigma, now they have a brand new hoodie, right? So it's really cool to see that take effect. So yeah, good question,
man. Needs, any requests?
Yeah, man. Now that we're busier, we desperately need volunteers. Big time. I say this every time. You guys might be bored of it, but it's the absolute honest truth. And we will fit you in wherever your gifting is, wherever you feel comfortable. It does not matter. The other thing is we need food. We need pizza. We need and the thing is that anything that's prepared or anything that we serve has to be prepared in a licensed kitchen by someone who has the food safety course. So that limits who we can get food from. So, we're also thinking outside the box of having a food prep day. But anyway, if anybody wants to bake cookies or anything like that, it's cool. We'd love it. But at the same time, we can't just have you bake it in your own kitchen. That's the hard part. That's why we ask a lot for grocery cards and stuff, because then we can go to a store, because it's packaged, because it's professionally made. Now we can buy it and have the cookies here. And that's the same thing with professionally made pizza and stuff. Unless we make it here, you could make pizza at home, but we can't use it. So that's kind of the tension we have to walk through with food. But that's why we're always asking for food and stuff like that, and pop, because man, when you're seeing that many hungry teenagers in a day, it goes, right? And if we want to maintain this connection of no stigma and just come in and grab some food and pop and enjoy that, and so we're still helping those people that need it, that we need to have that. So
cool.
Yeah.
Questions. If you've been watching the videos last few weeks, you might wonder who this little green guy that was in a few of the videos.
Oh, yeah.
He's a friend of mine. His name is Timothy. He's a puppet that I love puppets. I grew up watching, the Muppets and Mr. Dress Up and that. So I've always loved the whole idea of puppets. And so I got him a number of years back. And I've used him in a number of my videos. The first Coldest Night, we used him quite a bit. Mm-hmm. The funny thing is, we use him to promote the center, but not for actual ministry. Kids nowadays, they don't get puppets. They think it's for kids and stuff. But people my age and up, I guess because we grew up in the Muppets or whatever, we love Timothy. And so we use him to promote the center, but not for actual ministry.
Yeah, true.
And the other question is, we're getting a lot from kids. When is Nerf coming back?
Yeah, we used to run a Nerf program back before the pandemic and before we had the center, and it was a Nerf. We went to different churches and we just played Nerf with junior and seniors. We had two different, and man, we were 40 juniors and like 20 seniors, and it was controlled chaos, man. So a lot of fun.
We're not ready to make an official announcement, but all we can say is, it might be coming back.
Yeah.
Now that we have more staff and getting more volunteers, it might happen.
Yeah.
So that's all we can say for now. And I guess that's it for this week's episode. See you next time.
See you later.